do have a new hire coming on board is they are tasked with identifying someone on their team who is an onboarding buddy. All right, so there are some guidelines, which I can share with you a little bit later, that we provide managers on who a onboarding buddy should be. So in summary, basically what it is an onboarding buddy should be someone who's familiar with the processes, who's familiar with the department and the organization, someone who's almost like a role model for the team, who exemplifies a lot of the kind of the traits and the skills that ideally the manager would want the new hire to also exhibit. So there is this one-page document that we provide new managers on who the onboarding buddy should be and how to select an onboarding buddy. So in just a little bit, I'll show you that document that we provide new hires, but that is one of the responsibilities that managers have. And then when a new hire starts, they're introduced to their onboarding buddy, and that's kind of the go-to resource for the new hire if they have any questions or need someone to talk to throughout their new employee experience. All right, so that's the first 30 days. One thing I also like to highlight as part of the 30-day checklist that we have is we've created an LG acronym list. I'm sure you know LG has what seems like hundreds and hundreds of acronyms, and that was one of the things our new hires were frustrated with, was that they didn't understand what many of these acronyms meant. So we created this resource for them where these are all the acronyms that we could identify that may be helpful for new hires, but we're continuously updating this document. So, but this is something that we provide new hires that's linked through the new employee experience guide. That provides them all the different acronyms here at LG that are used and what each acronym means. All right. So the first 30 days, 60 days, and then 90 days. So when we look at first 60 days, this is really focused on LG's performance management process, which is one-on-one caring, as well as development planning. So you'll see that a lot of the tasks and activities outlined here for first 60 days is focused on just that, right? So ideally, the employee will meet with the manager to discuss performance management. They'll establish goals for the year. They'll assess career aspirations and then create a development plan. So you'll notice that a lot of the resources that are linked through this guide are directly aligned to that activity there. So there's a presentation here that provides an overview of the one-on-one caring process. We also provide them a link to our learning and development program catalog, so all the different programs that we offer and a brief description of each program. We also link them to our program calendar. So we have development programs and classes scheduled throughout the year at all our LG sites. So they can open up this calendar to see where those programs are being offered and which site and whether or not they can attend. So we also link through that. So again, there's a lot of resources here that are linked that talk about performance management as well as development planning as they start having those conversations with the manager. All right, so that's the first 60 days. And then first 90 days, this is really where the manager and the employee meet to discuss their overall onboarding experience. At this point, they'll sit down and confirm that all their activities and tasks have been completed. In addition, there is a evaluation survey that we send out to new hires at the 90-day mark to collect feedback from them on how their onboarding experience is going. So at 90 days, we have a survey that gets sent out to the new hire to collect feedback on what their onboarding experience was like, what things worked really well, what things could have been changed or improved. So then HR reviews that feedback, and we're continuously enhancing and modifying the new employee experience based on the feedback that we're getting from new hires. All right. Any questions on the checklist that we provide new hires?
No. It was very clear.
Sado asked one question about the grace.
I'm sorry, the what?
If you see the chatting box, Sado asked you one question about the the grades, G1, G2, G3. I think his question is about